Okay, we're live. Good morning, everyone. I'm Andrew. I don't want to work anymore. And we're trading the Nasdaq. So, a little bit new setup today. Well, actually, let's get to the stats. These haven't been updated for about a week, but we got a strategy here that we trade. It's the ICT first presented fair value gap. Not that I trade it that well, but in the back testing and forward testing, we have 300 trading days, 458 wins, 392 losses, a 53.9% win-loss ratio, and positive about 12,000 points, and average points per day is 41. So I gotta update these for the week, and I've been having a lot of issues actually trading from CMC markets and noticing that there is different data in terms of, when the first presented fair value gap actually forms. So, this is yesterday and it shows one right here on CMC markets. But if we go into here, the Nasdaq E-mini contract and zoom in, we found this out on the stream yesterday that there was no gap here. So that makes it difficult for me to do, for my back testing to line up with my forward testing. And I bet you, some days it's beneficial and sometimes not. I would say if I got in on this first fair value gap yesterday, which I should have, but there was other reasons I didn't, it would have worked out pretty good, actually. And since we got some time, I'm very early signing in, but let's just check this out, how the strategy would have worked here. We would have put 5 points above, so that would be 53 point stop loss there. We extend this out and we would have entered again onto, let me just move that over and I'll hide the kill zones here for a second. Then we would have got short on top of this candle, so we would have entered right at the bottom of here. Stop loss would go there, and actually we would have got stopped out. So that's the one loss, and then the way I do, I would have lost right there, which means I would have taken the first fair value gap thereafter, which makes, yeah, that would be a tough one. Which one would I take? Would I get in right away at the bottom of this guy or the top of this guy and then get stopped out again? Regardless, I would have been long or wrong to get in right away. Nobody's here yet. That's cool. That's fine. There is 3 people. Say hello, everyone. So yeah, I would have got beat up here with the strategy anyway. But if we use the E-mini instead of CMC markets micro, we would have got in initially first position short right here. Stop loss goes there. Okay, and then the next entry would have been, yeah, we would have got stopped out anyway, but let's see here. We would go here. Stop loss does go right there. And then this candle right here would have taken us out. So that would be the first loss. So we would lose 29 points, but we would have been positive about 5.5 on that position. And then I would have entered in again right here. Stop loss goes there and stopped out over here. So wouldn't have boded that well anyway. But funny enough, I was listening to the news yesterday after I closed the stream, and I heard them talking about. Morning, Raghav. How you doing, man? I caught Trump. I got a text message about Trump announcing new deals with the UK, and as that was happening, I was watching this price leg go down, and I'm like, why is the price going down when this is bullish news? And I ended up entering right over here, but I'll show you. Yeah, here's the entry right there. I entered in on this candle because we came down, and then we came into another fair value gap. Let's see, we're going to, how do I change this now? Uh-oh. How do I change the session to electronic trading hours? It was here. I did it regular trading hours. Oh, it changes both of them. No. Oh, I gotta click on the chart maybe. What is happening here? So we're trying to trade off of TradingView today. I hooked up CMC Markets to TradingView, and now I have data for both. Why is the New York? Oh, I see. Because of my settings on this side. I want this 930. I don't know what my kill zone's on. And I was playing around last night. You can see all the entries here. And we are at market open now. So let's, I'm going to struggle with this here initially. I am looking for us to come up into 50% of this big wick. Let's see if I can get into the groove here. Since I'm so used to CMC markets, we'll make that. No, I want it pink. Let's go pink. That looks good. I like that. At right bottom. Okay, so right bottom. It's so weird. It won't let me change. It's probably because it's CMC markets that it just won't let me change this to regular trading hours, and I can only do it on the E-mini Nasdaq, by the CME data. Looking for 2337 buy side. 2337. That makes you long. I'm just gonna trade my strategy. I've been really bad. ICT basically through the latest rant I listened to yesterday gave me an earful basically of not following my model. You know, the data says my model is profitable, but I'm trying to get cute with, you know, making more money with it and trying to anticipate other things when I should just do what it says to do and just get good at doing that first. And then, you know, possibly improving on it later, I think makes a lot more sense here in the beginning. Get good at being disciplined and just trading the model. And then if I'm not happy with the results return wise, then I can tweak it. But that was my struggle anyway, is just being consistent and doing the same thing every day. And trading is boring. And that's why, and it should be boring. And when it's boring, you're not going to do stupid things. For right now, I want to strictly follow the strategy. I've done a real bad job of that this week because of all the back testing I did last weekend and finding areas that I can improve. And I haven't proven those things in the back testing yet. Ooh, yeah, I hate internet lagging issues. It's no good. Are you going to tell us today who, which prop account you were using? So London highs and lows have been taken. I'm gonna mark out this Asia low down here. Oh, it makes everything pink. I gotta manually change it every time now. Blue? I can't remember what color I kept using in CMC markets. I thought it was a blue line. Right, so I'm supposed to be looking here now for a fair value gap. Where's the time now? Okay, I guess I gotta get ready to trade here. I can't remember if I have instant orders or not. No, I don't. Okay, let's, where did I see that? It was here, trade settings, instant orders. Okay. Okay, and I don't have a stop loss. Oh, here it is. I want it down here +5. So that's, sorry, 33 makes it 28. I don't like how it takes a little bit longer to place an order here. It's kind of delayed. I also had issues. I was playing with it last night. And where are those? Right here. I I had my TP set right here and it would not close the trade automatically. I had to manually close them, or maybe it was over here. Anyway, any tips on that? Has everyone ever seen anything like that where it wouldn't do it? So I got the first presented fair value gap here. And I will make a little note that we entered right here. We have hit 50% of the wick. I have not looked at the weekly because this is going to really determine where we end up today. Do we take this high? That's what it's pushing for. I think we are going to take it today. It's not that far away. What was your target? You had 2337. You know what? There's a fair value gap here on the 1 hour. I don't know if we'll take... I don't know if we're going to take the highs today, but we're going to get close. Go to settings, trade and tick box for execution. It shows your execution point. Yeah, trading view does bit delay for execution. Okay, good to know. Go to settings, trading. Raghav's yelling at me, I'm sure. He's like, down over there. Settings over here. These settings? These are chart settings. Trade settings. Trading settings. Tick box for execution. It shows your execution point. Right click on blank area anyway. All right, let's try that. Settings. Yeah, I think I got it all. Shows your execution point. Yeah, I got it all set up, looks like. And so here I had the 50% of this wick marked out. We swept that. Are we going to survive to go higher? I don't know. These guys are annoying. I thought I moved this stuff to the opposite side. Trading settings. Left side. Okay. I'm going to go back to that 1 hour chart. 1 hour. And we'll look at that level I'm looking at. There's a tiny fair value gap up in here. I think we're gonna, I don't think we're gonna get higher than this today. This is my guess. Come on. There, that's my target. 24.95 for the day. Maybe in the middle. 2,500. 20,500. That's my target for today. Yeah, this looks bad, right? I can't remember. Was this yesterday's closing price? I gotta get ready for a buy. Yeah, it's still a bullish looking chart. But we can also come down into 50%. Nah. Okay. Stopped out. Whoops. Stop loss. Yeah, it was a little premature. You know, yesterday also there was a. I don't want to get too distracted with the price action right now, but I think I totally missed the first presented fair value gap here. I'm just going to remove all these levels. So if the first presented fair value gap, even if we were stopped out, this should have been a clear indication to me. I basically had two chances here when I thought I was long. This is where I was definitely wrong. There's the first presented fair value gap to go short. Would have been safe. Second opportunity came up, rejected. Even a third almost touched it. Came down. Could have made some money, but I did catch this guy. But I exited out. I exited right here. Actually, it might even show you where I exited out. I was waiting for a retracement back into this fair value gap here, and it just never came. Where is it? Yeah, so there's my entry. And then it ripped up and I stopped out. I exited the trade here. I thought we were going to turn around and we were coming back up into this. Good times though. But what was that? What did I give up on? Probably exit about here. 20,183. 183. 100 points. You know what? No big deal. Still good to catch. Kind of chopping around here. Fair value gap there for a short. No, I entered in because of this fair value gap here, and I entered in super late. Yeah, that was just an awful entry on my part. Chasing price. That's what I did. And here I am. I'm supposed to be better at trading my model. And if anything, I should have just waited until it came back up to the first presented fair value gap. So the discipline isn't good this week or last. Yesterday's closing price is way down here, 20,141. No. 20,145. 20,145. We got these relatively equal lows here. Yeah, I haven't done enough preparation this morning for trading. Maybe we'll come down, sweep these lows, and then we can continue higher. We need to make the low of the day still. What's our daily candle look like? Yeah, it's going to be bullish day. Bullish for sure. You just got to figure out where you're going to take a long to get up to 20,500. That's my target. This poor entry is 20,244. 20,000, 244. No. 224. So that entry's somewhere around here. I also didn't put the right, no big deal, I guess, but I didn't put the right quantity in for my orders. So I'm only making like 40 cents right now. Yeah, look, yeah, the quantity 0.02 of a contract. So whatever. It's about the, for me, it's about just making nice entries and following the model. So but I cheated here on my entry after getting stopped out. So really I shouldn't even be in a trade because there is no fair value gap other than this one up here. I got in on this candle and none of them even came up to the first presented fair value gap. So I have no business being in a position right now. But this short looks good. And maybe because I only have a couple cents on this. So we came down into this fair value gap. $21.97. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm thinking. Take out these relatively equal lows. But, you know, this inverted fair value gap right now could be all it needed was just to come into this FVG and now continue higher. And that is almost, you know, a third of the way into the new day opening gap. Let's just put the fib on there. I think today's opening price was here. We haven't hit 50%, but you don't have to. I think we've hit 25% though. 0.25, 0.25. No, the other one. Yeah, we're 25% into the new day opening gap. I'm going to take this instant orders off so I can Did you get stopped out? I'm still in mine. definitely would have lost. If I did take this next fair value gap, I would have lost. And yeah, this does look bad. This does look like it's ready to move to the upside. But these long wicks are also telltale sign of a bad day to be trading. Looks like we're going to close above the first presented fair value gap, breaking the rule, but I will look for long if inverse is the first presented fair value gap. That's what I'm looking for as well. I didn't have the right amount of contracts on here. I'd like to have one. And I will take the buy, send the order. So I got, and my stop loss needs to go down there. Modify. And now I have, yeah, that's better. We're not in the cents, we're in the dollars now. I don't know how strong this is. I guess it did close above. My first presented fair value gap is not perfectly drawn out. There we go. We did close above it. I'm going to retrace. And I don't think I'm going to stick around that much longer, guys. My boss wants me to go. Oh, man, it's about 2.5 hour drive for me to go up to this customer site location to do some work. And we got plans to go away this weekend to a place called Point No Point. And I don't even know if they have a website. But this place is great. Here on the west coast, these huge waves are crashing on the beach down below, while you have like your cabins are up top. There's the location. They don't have enough the cabins. Yeah, you got these nice cozy cabins. I think we're in cabin 3 because we're going to bring our dog. Yeah, this is, and you got a wood burning fireplace. You show up, and the wood is already in the fireplace. All you have to do is strike a match, and it just goes up perfectly. You got these recliners. The ocean's right there, and then you even got a hot tub outside on the deck. It is by far the most relaxing place I've ever been. We've only been here once, and it was for one night, but we're staying for 2. So gonna get up, gonna rush to get out the door here and go to work, and then get back so we can get here by about 5:30 p.m. tonight and just kick it. And they got a restaurant too. But yeah, super lovely place. I'm going to let this trade pan out, and I'm going to set a TP actually. And let's see if I can edit this order. Okay, you guys are going to help me do this now. TP. Here we go. Where did it go? I'm just gonna let this thing ride all day. But I'm afraid that when I hit my TP, it's not gonna, oh, sorry. What's that price? 20,500 is what I was saying for the high. Let's see. 20,000. I'm gonna go 20,490. TP, let's go. 20,490. Modify. We'll let it rip. We'll see what happens. Because I don't think there's any way that I can babysit this trade from my phone. That was the nice thing about CMC markets. I was able to do that. Anyway, what do I do professionally other than trading? I am a forklift mechanic. No, that's not what I asked for. There we go. Images. This is what I work on. I fix these things. Propane, gas, diesel, and electrics. And electrics are my favorite. But that's what I do professionally. And it's a really good job. You know, during COVID, when a lot of people weren't working, I was one of the few that were, because everybody has to eat. And no matter what, food comes off of a truck with a forklift. That's it. And a lot of things come off a truck with a forklift that you still need when you're, even when you're locked down. So that's that. That's what I do. It's a great job that pays really well. Or not really well, but it pays well. And I like my job, but I still don't want to work anymore. I want to do this. So this is the goal. And I'm rooting for all of us to make that happen. And you guys have a good weekend. I'm going to end the stream here. And we'll catch you on Monday.